Hello there, and welcome back to Mysteries, and Magics. Today we are going to talk about the secret life of dice. I'm going to give away that secret, and it will explain how you can do the Dice Towers magic effect. All right, here is the secret. The opposite sides of any six-sided die equal 7. Okay, so the 1, turn it around, the opposite side is the 6. Here's the 2. Turn it around. The opposite side is the 5. And of course that only leaves 2 sides left. The 3, and you turn it around to its opposite side, and it's a 4. No matter how the dice are made or by whom, all six-sided dice are made that way. These are dice from different casinos. This is from the Flamingo in Las Vegas. There's the 1. Opposite side is the 6. There's the 2, says Flamingo on it. Turn it around and see there's the 2, and you flip it around to the 5 is the opposite side, and again there's the 3. Flip it around, and there's the 4. Take my word for it. These are made the same way. These are dice from various games that I've had. Exactly the same. Here's a bunch of dice that I picked up as a special set. Well, these are little bitty dice that I got from different games. This is a hard to read die, but it's still a six-sided die. These are not six-sided dice. They're for other games. They're just a cool set. Blue and gold, the old school colors. But this one has numbers on it instead of pips. And yet the 1 is opposite the 6, as the rest of them are. The 2, once again, is opposite the 5. And the 3 is opposite the 4, even though it's manufactured slightly different with numbers instead of pips. Doesn't really matter how they're made or who makes them or what size they are. If they're six-sided dice, that's how they're done. All right, so knowing that, all you need to do is multiply the number of dice that you have by 7. All right, we'll mix this up a little bit more. There we go. Multiply it by 7 and subtract the top side that you can actually see, and that tells you the value of the hidden side. So this is 3 dice is 21, minus 3 is 18. So we'll check this one out. There's 3. Opposite side is 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Flip it over. 2 more makes 11. 12, 13, 14, 15. And then the last 3, this was the bottom on the table, 16, 17, and 18. So 18 was the number, 3 was the number on the top. No matter how these dice are arranged underneath, these will always add up to 14 on the 4 hidden sides, and then whatever the top number is the remainder of 7 minus whatever that top number is. So again, 14 plus 4 made 18. Now, you can do this with any number of dice. You can do it with 10 dice, you can do it with 3 dice, you can do it with just 2, you can do it with 4. What I like to do sometimes is take a couple of different stacks like this. And now with 5 dice, and I'm not going to go through the whole routine, you can figure this out yourself. I'm not going to explain it all. But with, say, 5 dice, you can now tell the total of both and the individual numbers for the hidden sides of each individual stack. So 5 dice is 35, so minus the 5 that's showing, the total will be 30. And we know from what we just did a minute ago that this stack will be 18, and 14 minus 2, because there's only 2 dice in this stack, 14 minus 2 is 12. It's 12 and 18 make 30. So you've got the total is 30, 18 in this stack, 12 in this stack on those hidden sides. The thing to remember, however, is the more dice you have stacked, the more hidden sides you have. So you have to make sure that you count each of the hidden sides. Don't forget to count, both sides of the second and third dice in this column. It's easy enough to do that one, but it's also very easy to go like this and then forget to count underneath that 5. Okay, it's easy to do that. Make sure you count all the hidden dice, hidden sides of each of those dice. What I sometimes like to do now, I live about a block and a half from a dollar store, so I will go down to the dollar store. I pick up a few of these. They're $1 for a package of 10 common ordinary dice. I should tell you that you can't use rigged dice in any way. They have to be common ordinary dice, because rigged dice or weighted dice or anything like that will mess up the 7 order of the opposite sides. You don't want that. You don't want one of those trick dice that has 2 5s in it because they put an extra pip on the 4, or dice that are loaded or anything like that, because it will mess up your count. So you want to use common ordinary dice, the kind you get in, like I said, a risk game or down at the dollar store. 10 of these cost $1. I sometimes tell people, hey, look, if you don't trust me, go down to the dollar store, aisle 3 on the right. They have a rack of these things, and you can pick up one, bring it right back here, and open it yourself. Actually, I just hand it to them like this. It's already sealed. It's still sealed. I haven't opened this. And the interesting thing about doing it this way is that the magician never actually has to touch the dice. Spectators take it out. You tell them what to do. You tell them to roll 2 dice. You start out that way. They do it. You never touch it. You do this kind of thing if you want, or whatever kind of mystical mumbo jumbo you want to do. And that makes it even more amazing, because all you're doing is looking at the dice, never touch them. By the way, no one has ever taken me up on the offer to run down to the dollar store and buy these. The other thing about these is that they are so cheap that at the end I just give them away as souvenirs, and hope that nobody actually looks at them carefully enough to figure out the secret life of dice. Okay, so that's it. That's how the secret life of dice, or Dice Towers, is done. Thank you for watching. Thank you to RP Magic Shop in Ludlow, Massachusetts for sponsoring this video and all the rest of the videos on my channel. A link to his website is down below, and check him out. Lots of free stuff there, free shipping for orders of $40 or more within the United States. So that's it for now. We will see you again soon. And in the meantime, remember, always leave them baffled.